to the Monday, November 27th episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. Sorry for the late start. I kept hearing a weird noise. I was getting things set up and I went out walking through the house and I come to find out that the handy kid, when she left for school an hour ago, left the back door open. Furnace is on, 28 degrees outside. She left the back door open. Only because apparently, her bus driver is from Arizona or something and don't know anything about driving in the snow, which it did snow all day yesterday and last night. So, yeah, when it snows, even though it's only like 2 inches of snow, the bus driver can come anywhere between 10 minutes till 7 and 20 after 7. So, yeah. But then again, the bus driver does that when it's 75 degrees too. So, what are you supposed to do? But I hope you guys all had an amazing weekend. Who all's here right now? I know Tony's here. Nick's here. Nick and Tony. Nick and Tony. Well, it says there's 5 people in here, but only 2 of them are chatting. So we'll roll with that right now. We got none of the snow, just rain any other day. But with turkey, I know the feeling. Kids are spread out, so getting tough. There's Dev. We got none of the snow, just rain. But like I said, it started snowing yesterday morning. They actually forecasted 1 to 2 inches on Saturday night, which we got up yesterday morning. And morning, Rusty. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well this morning. But yeah, we didn't get any snow Saturday night. It started snowing yesterday morning about 5 a.m. and just kind of flurried all day long. A couple times we got, real good wind gusts and stuff here, and it started coming down. I think we wound up with 2.5 or 3 inches, but it's supposed to snow on and off all day today, tonight, and tomorrow up until about noon or 1. So, yeah, I got to leave for work. This is actually going to be a short stream this morning. That's one thing I hate about them posting our schedule on Sunday late night, so we wake up to it. Um, we wake up to it on Monday morning. So that's why a lot of times I don't know if I'm even going to stream until Monday morning when I wake up. But yeah, I have to open today. So, we're going to run till 9 or 9:15, maybe 9:30. So I'm pretty much dressed for work. So until I can get my hands on a couple of chef's coats, I'm stuck wearing my vests and my my black tack pants to work. Um, so I have my pockets for everything. But yeah, I hope everybody had a great weekend. It was really cool here. Our temperature gradually started dropping on Friday evening. Went from the 40s back into the 30s, and that's where we're going to stay up until Wednesday or Thursday. And then we go back up. We creep back up to that 40, 41, 42 mark for the foreseeable future. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I was hoping for snow. I don't want to come to work today. Let me see here. My truck with those ST tires do not like slushy snow. Been fairly busy here. My 94-year-old dad came to live with us. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's your dad's, what, 10, 11 years older than my dad. I don't know if I necessarily would like my dad living with us, but I would like mom and dad to be a little bit closer to us than, 10 and a half, 11 hours away. But Independent. Independent. That's good though that he's there with you guys now. Oh, let me see here. Was actually off work yesterday. Worked here in the studio all day long. Got videos set up for Tuesday and Thursday already. Um, Tomorrow's video is going to be really good. I've always been a huge fan of Samuel Clemens and his work, his humor, and the way he looked at people in general. So I decided that I was going to throw some stuff together for tomorrow's video on the history, wit, and wisdom of Samuel Clemens. Um, every time, every time I watched it while I was editing, I couldn't help but chuckle at some of the things that he had to say. So it's going to be like really really interesting. And then for Thursday, we are looking at what could have been a potentially bad situation during the Kennedy administration. Um, Basically, it was, let me think, Operation Northwoods, the potentially falsified war with Cuba. I'm glad I don't live north of me. There's at least 6 inches or more snow, Timmins, Ontario, Canada. Hey, Carnundrum. Yeah, we've got a lot of people in here from Ontario, actually different parts around Canada. But yeah, they actually changed the forecast yesterday for parts of Michigan where I live at, um, to winter weather advisory. So people were told to expect, at least in certain areas along the lake and everything, just north of us, but 6 to 8 inches, um, plus more lake effect. So good morning, Jan. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Might want to do a similar with Will Rogers. That's a good idea, Tony. I like that. That's a really good idea. But yeah, the Carnundrum. There's parts of Canada up there that I wouldn't want to live in, and I love Ontario. I used to travel to Ontario every October. I'd go across the Ambassador Bridge into Windsor, and then straight up to Chatham for the reenactment of the Battle of Thames up there in Chatham, Ontario, where Tecumseh supposedly was killed at. But I love that area, love it, and but I don't know if I could live up there in the wintertime. I really honestly don't. Snow hits snow-built areas, so mostly bypass me. Well, that's good. That's good, Dev. So yeah. Let me see here. He's in bad shape. Old Navy man, electrician. He has that lung cancer from working around the insulation. Yeah, the old asbestos and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember your dad, Rusty. You made that little thing for him about the Newport News last year. That little shadow box or placard or whatever it was. So, yeah, I remember you talking about your dad. You're always so busy. You're always too busy. So, yeah, I mean, I wish I could stay as busy as you do. Not enough hours in the day. By the time I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, which has been my thing here lately. For some reason, the last two days in a row, I've gone to bed at 9:30, got up at anywhere between 12:05 and 12:20, thinking thinking I'd slept the whole night because I felt refreshed, and I come in here and start my coffee pot and go and pick up the kitchen from the night before or whatever, and then I turn on the computer and I look at it, and it's like 12:30. Holy crap! Saturday night I came in here. I worked for like 3 hours, then went and laid on the couch and wound up sleeping until like 5:30, and got up and actually started my day. Worked all day, and then came home and made dinner because the wife had to work late. And, yesterday I worked in here all day on videos and made a big old pot of chili last night. And so she got to come home to a nice hot meal after seeing snowfall all day long. And now today, back up again at what, 20 after 2, and been in here ever since. It's almost 20 after 8 now, so I've already put in a half a day almost and haven't even done anything yet. My nephew Peter does reenactment in that area. Hmm. Yeah, I think the last time I was up at Chatham was like 2000, 2004, 2005, something like that. And the guy I used to travel up there with, we would take two large passenger vans with trailers on the back, and it had all of our all of our clothing attire, all of our cannons, all of our muskets, everything. We always had a great time at the Ambassador Bridge with Border Patrol. You know, they'd always want to come out, and they'd ask us what we were doing. We'd tell them. They'd want to look in the trailer. Then they wanted to examine the muskets, and then they wanted to, get pictures taken with standing beside our cannons or holding the muskets or something like that. We always had a fun time with those guys at the bridge. Um, but I heard that they quit doing the reenactment in Chatham, the Battle of Thames. So the last time I was there was, like I said, like 2003, 2004, something like that. And we had like 2,500 people on the battlefield between, the American Army and British and the natives. So it was a big thing back then. I'd like for them to do it again because I'd love to go back up. If nothing else, just to, get a hold of some of our um, Ontarian friends that live up there and say, hey, this is where I'm going to be this weekend. Come out and visit. Oh, goodness gracious. Man, I cannot believe it's 26 degrees right now here, guys. And believe me, like I said, when 2 minutes till 8, when I felt that cold draft come under my door, it's like we got the heater on. Where am I getting a cold draft from? Walk out there, and there's the door standing wide open. Cats were jumping up on the outside of the door. That's what I kept hearing. our little homelesses that live out on our underneath our back porch was jumping up trying to get inside the house to the heat. So how the hell are you guys today? Hopefully everybody's warm and dry and safe. My area gets the winds that pass by you, aka Toronto. Good, Tony. Good. Yeah, Bubba. Every year, since our neighbors left and left their outside cat, we've been through 3 litters with them. Of course, last winter we had Kenny and Tucker in here um, all winter long. When it hit 15 degrees, we let them come in, and they stayed in pretty much all winter, and then they went back out. And of course, Ralphie, our little black daddy to everybody. He's loving on them and treating them like they're his own and everything else. But this year we have one little tiny female. She's a tortoise shell. So, I mean, like one white eyebrow and a little white spot right here and a little white patch over here, and everything else is just it looks like a kindergartner um, took a bad eraser and tried to erase a chalkboard with a whole bunch of collars on it, and that's what she looks like. But she was actually the runt of this most recent litter, so she's in the house now. And of course, Daddy Ralphie. Can't use the bathroom without her, can't eat without her, can't sleep without her. All they ever do is play. Let me see here. Making It Jay started Santa duty yesterday and got paid. It's about time he gets paid for doing something he loves instead of getting paid every day for doing something he wish he didn't have to do. Did y'all get any snow? Got 5 inches. Wonder if Drew's getting lake effect stuff. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we've been getting. It's snowing again right now. It's pretty much all lake effect stuff. But I guess the real heavy lake effect stuff rolled in yesterday, just north of us, but right up there along the west side. Like I said, they had a winter weather advisory for pretty much that whole stretch, about 30 miles north of us, going all the way up the lake for winter weather advisory and 6 to 8 inches of snow. So, yeah, they got their share of snow yesterday. Of course, this is our second snow of the year. Our first one actually came on Halloween. We had about 4.5 or 5 inches on Halloween. But we got about 2.5 inches out there right now. So who knows what we'll have by tomorrow at noon when it finally stops. We were hoping to get snow, but it never happened. Oh, I guarantee it's coming this year. Our whole area, this whole big section of the Midwest, including clear down towards Cincinnati and everything, they're talking about warmer temperatures or higher temperatures, higher snowfall this year. So yeah, I think we're all, what they say about global warming. You have to have an ice age before you have a period of heating. So, they've been whining about global warming for over a decade now, and I've watched winters slowly get cooler and cooler and cooler and cooler. So we'll we'll see what happens with that one. Halloween snow makes for cold trick or treating too. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. It snowed all day long Thanksgiving Day, and by the time we took our daughter out trick or treating, it was blowing like crazy. There was, like I said, about 5 inches or so on the ground, and she only made it. The area that we do out around, that's called Diamond Lake. It's where all the big expensive lake houses and stuff are at out here. What I call Camp Ritchie folk. Um, we normally do like 12 roads out there in that whole development just on the west side of the lake. She made it on like a road and a half. I think she got to like 7, maybe 10 houses, and come back to the car and told me and her mom, I can't feel my ears, I can't feel my fingers, I can't feel my toes. It's time to go home. So, but then again, the kid don't like the outside either. So, all the kids get bundled up so you can't see their Halloween outfits. That's why I try to get my daughter's outfits bigger so she can bundle up under them. Of course, she was doing a zombie type deal this year, so ripped up, oversized clothes, a nice pasty white with dark sides, some nice, I made her some liquid latex pieces to go on her face where her skin was just peeling off and stuff like that. So, I am not looking forward to walking to work this morning. Somebody give me a ride. So I mean, I can bundle up the coats and stuff like that. But if I try to put on like my long red underwear or something like that, about an hour into working in that kitchen, I'm sweating the pounds off. I have to bundle up my station in the restaurant. I'm right next to the back door. Well, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have the back door clear back through the kitchen, down the 40-foot hallway, another 60 feet back or 50 feet back to the um, back door where the loading dock's at, and our trucks come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And believe me, it's so warm in there. You appreciate when they open that back door because it drops the temperature back down in the 70s. But days like today, when I'll be in there, temperatures are going to be in the 90s in that place. That's okay. It's better than working outside. If I were there, I'd take you. I know you would. You just want to take me to work so you can have more of my pizza. I'll give you a ride. I should be there in 6 hours or so. Um, don't think that's going to work. They may not like that. I'm going to miss the lunch rush. It's very, very rarely I ever get tips. So, if I'm not there if I miss a lunch rush, then that just, takes money from me that I don't normally get anyway. So I have like one or two customers that come in and give me tips. So have pizza will travel. Dude, I'll tell you what, be honest with you, Bubba. I wish I could make my pizzas at work and then ship them because, ever since I started up there 3 months ago, everybody, everybody that comes into that restaurant tells me that we now have the best pizza in town. And I had a gentleman in there last week that actually worked in a Chicago pizza parlor. And Chicago pizza. My God, some of those pizzas are 4 inches thick and 24 inches across. And even he told me different style of pizza, but damn good. So that kind of made my head swell up a little bit. When I worked at a chocolatier in winter, we wear shorts and t-shirts, still with back door open. Kitchen was so hot. That's exactly what ours is like. I mean, we have the large vent, and it's got a summer and a winter setting. But if you turn on the winter setting, it actually blows heat out of the vent in the front of it as it's sucking all the heat and stuff from the grill and the fryers and everything up in the back. And it's already in the summertime. It's already 110 plus in that kitchen. So I mean, you can wear shorts and a t-shirt and you still leave soaked. Need to get some more info on Tom Horn, doing him as a persona for local school next month. And gonna dress up and everything for the presentation. So trying to get a lot of info. That's why I asked. Um, what do you work tomorrow, Nick? Be in my machine as of right now tomorrow. Hmm. I'll uh, I'll try to get a hold of you tomorrow morning and see what we can figure out on Tom Horn. I go in late tomorrow, so I'll try to get a hold of you in the morning. See what I can find that you may not already have the information for. Hey, don't forget too, guys and gals. Um, just like just like we did last year, we are actually doing our adopt a family and secret Santa thing this year for Christmas as well. Um, we have one organization, doggone, getting dry. Bad thing about gas heat. We have one organization here in my community, and we have one family that we're looking at. My daughter's supposed to bring me home information either today or tomorrow about the family. Um, and what they're needing, requiring, things like that. The organization is a business here in town that's strictly ran from donations, but they do a clothing pantry, a food pantry. They help with bills for veterans, the elderly, stuff like that. People, doggone, robble robble. Um, and but we're going to do the Secret Santa thing with the organization, and then we're going to do the adopt a family thing, um, just to help out where we can. But right here is the link where donations can be made. Um, I should have never buttoned this thing. Every single time I button this top button, I can't breathe. There we go. Much better. 6 to 4 tomorrow. Give me a couple of days to get some things done. See if Rod and K Leather can help. Awesome, Nick. Appreciate it, bud. Good morning, Santee. Hope you're doing well this morning, sir. I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful, um, getting very close to sunny day out there where you're at. I keep saying that you and Mrs. Santee need to come up and visit us during the wintertime, um, you know, so she can go out and play in the snow, and I can bundle you up like a little Eskimo, so you don't freeze to death. Um, I'm still sticking to that. I'm still sticking to the fact you need to come and hang out back up here in Michigan again, um, and play in the snow. Let me see here. Hey, Luke, Becca, good to see you. Hope you're doing well this morning. Thank you very much for coming in. All is good. Mrs. Santee would love to play in the snow. Um, Arizona Eskimo in the north. Yeah, that'd be really cool to see Santee and Mrs. Santee out having a snowball fight. Um, I think it would. I think it'd be real interesting video. We have here, so not that great. Oh my God. Oh guys, I'm so sorry. It is. It's still bouncing around. We have that new version of the flu bug going around, and of course, the big COV is still rearing its ugly head up on occasion and getting people. I hope things are going well at the new house and everything, though. I've been trying to keep on top of things, and make sure you guys are okay. Of course, I don't have a phone number for y'all, and I know Becca's been under the weather and not feeling too awful well, so I don't even try to email because I figure she's, poor thing's probably busier than all get out, taking care of you and taking care of the boys and taking care of the new house. And where's my Lysol? This man a little better today. Good morning, Masha. Good to see you, love. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, I think. Well, Brusky, dang dude, crap, double ugh with the kiddos. Yeah, but it's been a terrible past 3 days here. How's how's Becca? Um, how's Becca doing? I know that she was what, back in the hospital, I believe, here like 3 weeks ago or something like that. And of course, kind of worried me a little bit because of the her and I have that same problem with our blood sugar, and you know, I don't get to talk to you guys like I'd like to, um, but I still worry about you. Um, well, Drew, she took an hour and a half out of her day to talk to me last week. Well, you're doing pretty good, Jan, because at least you got a phone number to talk to him on. All I ever got was an email, which, by the way, AAP Grow Network at gmail.com. Cold medicines are flying off counters lately too. Here as well. Here as well. It's like everybody wants to stock up just in case. So, like I said, they're talking about warmer than normal temperatures, but higher levels of snowfall this year than normal. I don't know what AAP and his family was like I said, on Halloween. Um, but we had 5 inches of snow down here, and I'm 2.5 hours, I think, southwest of Luke and Becca and the kids. But yeah, we had 5 inches of snow down here. So, and then like I said, we got about 2.5 inches yesterday and last night, and it just started snowing again right before I started the stream. So that's our second snowfall of the year. It's supposed to snow all day yesterday, last night, today, tonight, and about midway through the day tomorrow. Then it stops and goes up. Temperature goes up like 7 degrees. So I asked her for her number and gave her mine. She's doing okay. She had it worse than me. That poor dear. It's like when it rains, it pours, man. So I mean, you guys got the new house and everything more suited to you guys. You got a beautiful chunk of land for y'all to go out and enjoy and stuff, and then everybody gets sick. Go figure. We had a few flakes this morning, all gone as fast as they come. Love talking to her. We'll be checking in on y'all daily. We moved to Gladwin, Michigan now. Do our first snow here started yesterday. I don't know exactly where Gladwin's at. Where's that at from Lansing? I don't know. I don't know where Gladwin's at. He's variety channel herbal teas. Lemon and ginger's good. So I definitely will give it a shot. We got about 2 inches. My favorite tea last year. That's a nice area. Up by Saginaw. Okay, pretty area. They were going to do some hunting. Oh, that's nice. I haven't bought cough syrup in years. Well, we keep cough syrup on hand because, anybody that's ever suffered through diabetes knows that because it is an immune deficiency type disease, you're more prone to getting sick. You're more prone to pneumonia. You're more prone to the flu. Anything. So we always keep it on hand. Not to mention, um, any of you that's ever seen video or seen my daughter or anything on my videos in the past knows that if she loses another pound, she's going to fall through her own butthole and hang herself. So, being as thin as she is, and especially as tall now, she's actually taller than her mom and I both. Um, she's really prone to getting under the weather quick too. So we always keep cough syrup and stuff on hand. All the big trees are already dead. Lots of smaller ones dying too. Would guess that didn't happen. Michigan has terrible problems with forests now. Oh wow! See, I did not know that. I've been noticing the past few years, even the treetops are dead. It seems. Have type 2. I use natural stuff. Some of full of sugars. Wow, that's what I've got. Type 2. We didn't go hunting. We did go hunting. We didn't shoot anything. All we saw were some does. Becca has type 1 diabetes. She's on a drug called Manjaro. It's costing her to lose 140 pounds, and her body is trying to get used to that. Wow. They have me on Trulicity. Um, but some of you guys know that story. I don't. On top of the whole mortgage thing that happened on um, Halloween that nosedived our bank account between, Halloween on the 31st of October and Sunday. Um, so it'll be what, like the 5th of November. Um, we were like 1,000 some odd dollars in the hole because, the mortgage company took out the mortgage payment 3 days early before any of our checks were in the bank. So, we went from living on, you know, basically $1,500 every 2 weeks to living on $200 a week because her checks are directly deposited and it's just being eaten away by late fees and overdraft fees and new bills that are coming in and stuff. So, and then on top of all that, we come to find out that the state of Michigan wanted to renew our state health insurance, but never sent us anything in the mail saying they wanted to. So 3 weeks ago, when I tried to renew my medicine, I come to find out I had no insurance. So I'm doing this without any medication or anything right now. And well, I've not plumped back up yet, so apparently I'm doing something well. Um, but the Trulicity does the same thing. Trulicity makes you, it does away with your appetite and you start losing weight. And when you go off of it and then go back on it again, especially for a long period of time, it can actually make sugar drop drastically. Um, when they increased my dosage a few months ago, um, I went from a 270, which, before that mine was 350. But by the time they increased the dosage on it, I was sticking between 250 and 270. And when they increased the dosage, I went from like 250 to about 75 in about 2 hours. So I started getting real lightheaded, real lethargic. I couldn't stand or walk or anything. Of course, my amazing wife, right off the bat, here's a plate of pizza rolls. Here's some ranch dressing to dip them in. And then, the next day I leveled out. I was doing just fine. But now that I've been off of it for 3 weeks, I'm kind of scared to start it again. When I do get it back, I'm going to take my first injection on a day that I'm scheduled off. So, if I do have another reaction to it, I don't got to worry about trying to get myself leveled up and still go to work. Let me see here. Bucks now. I'm glad you got the tire fixed on the van. Um, it's just good. Spotted ones are tasty and tender. From one extreme to the other. Seems to be my life. One extreme to the other. Lightheaded stuff is no joke. Oh, dude, I'll tell you what, that lightheaded stuff will scare the bejesus out of you. You know, I took the injection that morning of the first dose of the higher cc's of the injection, and I came in here, worked on a video for a little bit, got up, started walking to the kitchen. The wife was out there preparing, putting something in the crock pot for dinner. That's what it was. And just, I walked into the kitchen. She said something to me, and I fell against the counter where the sink was at. And she spun around like the trooper she is and asked me what was wrong. And I said, everything's blurry. I feel like I'm going to fall down. And she walked me over to the kitchen table, got in the freezer, grabbed out the bag of pizza rolls, and dumped a bunch of them on the plate and threw them in the microwave to get them done really fast, and told me not to move until she came in here in the studio. She got my blood sugar tester and sat it out on the table. So yeah, it was an interesting situation, very interesting. Good morning, dog. Hope you're doing well this morning. Good morning, all. No need to stand. Your applause is more than enough. It's good you have her. Dude, I think you and I both got lucky when it come to our women. They put up with a lot of crap from us. I mean, those of you that have heard this story before, though some of you haven't, but we found out I had diabetes just 10 days after her and I got married. I had never had a symptom, nothing from from the diabetes before. And we got married the end of June. On the 4th of July, we went to a local lake to celebrate. I had one drink of a beer, got sick at my stomach, laid down on one of the picnic tables and fell asleep. I slept for like 5 hours on the 4th of July. They packed up the car, come and woke me up, put me in the car. And the next morning, when I woke up, I couldn't even get out of bed. And that was the day that she tried to take me to the car and couldn't. So she called the ambulance, and they took me just 9 miles north of here. And the doctor at that hospital said, he's dying. His body's shutting down. We have to get him to Kalamazoo. And within 2 hours, I had already flatlined once. They brought me back, and they got me into the ER. I flatlined a second time. They brought me back, and then my lungs started failing, and that's when they put me in a coma for 10 days. So here we are, 10 days married, and she could have very easily said, I didn't sign up for this shit. I want nothing to do with this, and walked away. But she didn't. They almost had to call the police to get her out of the hospital because she didn't even want to leave me. So, like I said, you and I both got lucky when it come to our women folk. They put up with some serious crap from us. Morning, Drew, and everybody else. Just listen, head out to the country on my heavy route day. Yep, go figure. It is Cyber Monday, so it's going to be a busy day ordering, and here in the next few days, you're going to be even busier delivering all that stuff. What would you like? Wedding registry for a gift. Insulin. Man, right. Yeah, right after the marriage, man. Right after the marriage. Life is so weird. Yeah, definitely. She's a great woman. Yeah, loves Steph so much. Yeah, she loves you guys too. She said, that doggone heart sitting there. She said, yes, we did luck out. Well, and I seriously still to this, I'm cruel. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm cruel. I tell everybody, that she tried to kill me. She gave me diabetes um, because of her cooking. All the Polish food she makes, all the Italian food she makes, all the pasta, stuff like that. That she tried to kill me, and then she realized, oh wait, he can't die. I don't have got life insurance on him yet. So now she makes salads and cooks a lot of chicken and so yeah. If just in case you're listening at the casino right now, honey, in the cage, um, thank you for giving me diabetes. Thank you for sticking beside me through life and death. And oh, and when it comes to the insurance thing, na 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 na. My missus has had her fair share of to contend with. So lucky to have Jay. He's a wonderful man. He is. He is. I can seriously say. I can seriously say that Jay was a catch. That's for sure. And now look at him. He becomes Santa Claus every year. Which makes you Mrs. Claus. We need to get you a red dress and a little red bonnet and a pair of, where's mine at? Are mine around here? Nope, I don't see them. The little tiny round spectacles or something. Go to edit, click the hit customization, and click live reactions to get rid of the heart. You have to do it every live stream. Oh, okay. Dark leafy green salads are so important for our immunity and well-being. Most definitely. Most definitely. She made grilled chicken the other night, Italian chicken. She has this mix that she um, puts on chicken when she grills it, and she slices it real thin. I just lay it on top of a salad and eat it without dressing and everything. So it's one of my favorites now. I splurge on occasion. Like I said, it was cold here yesterday. I made a big old pot of chili, a big pot of chili, probably probably 2 gallons of chili, and we're gonna have it again tonight because it's gonna be cold tonight too. Been trying to eat. Helps, no doubt. Regularity, vitamins, minerals, etc. No kidding time. Rabbits love it. Yeah. Trying to not fall asleep here at work this morning. Good morning, Shane. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Hope you got some good weather down there. That's what I said. She needs to dress up. This is Claus. Greens are great, unless you're on blood thinners, which I take a blood thinner because of the clot that I had. Um, what was it, earlier this year, last year? I've lost track. I think it was earlier this year, like March, when they found that blood clot in my left leg, going from my groin all the way down to the top of my foot. Um, I don't got my blood thinners either now. Thank God I can buy aspirin at the store, um, because, well, aspirin's a blood thinner. So not only is it keeping my heart nice and healthy, but it's also keeping my blood apparently thinned out enough that it's not killing me yet. So we're all in the process of going full carnivore. It makes us feel kind of unreal. Have to watch what I cook. Found out that Billy is lactose intolerant, so we have had to change all our eating habits. You want to talk about lactose intolerant? I got some scary stories for you. If anybody here knows anybody who does any kind of modern war reenacting, though, my wife needs a gas mask. Whenever I drink hot cocoa, ice cream, anything like that. So be kind to staff. Send her a gas mask. I don't even care if it's a German style, World War II, with a single tank. She needs a gas mask. So do the cats. My daughter made me hot peppermint cocoa last night, and I didn't even think about it. I chugged it down, and until about 10 o'clock last night, even the cat wouldn't come in the bedroom. So, yeah, I'll try not to break you this morning. I took two blood thinners, well, one blood thinner, one anticoagulant. High of 48 today, low of 31. They're still going to be about 18 degrees higher than we are today. I'm on the blood thinner, but still eat a lot of salads and raw veggies. Leafy shit is meant to be fed to cows, so I get my ribeyes. World War II masks are wild, gives us the zombie look. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's definitely the Armageddon look. Oh, wow, that thing's just about empty. Oh, well, goodness gracious sakes. Come on, fill up, cup. Now at this point, I still will put potatoes and carrots in with a beef roast. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, you'll never see me pass up big old roast potatoes, carrots, and onions. Well, when we can afford to have a roast. I had to get a ride to the store yesterday to make the chili last night, and I'm going through my tips that I had from Saturday, and it's like, well, I can afford to buy a pound of ground beef, which was all I needed. I had beans and tomato juice and everything else here, so it worked out. Mad Max for sure. Barmageddon. Well, Barmageddon, Armageddon. Are you getting it? Oh my God, steak was $16 a pound Saturday at the Kroger. We'll work for leftovers. Tips are down with everyone saving up for Christmas. Tips are always down though, because Most places, um, and our place used to be this way, but when you tip on a meal, the waitresses and the cooks split the tips. Well, the waitresses were complaining because they had to give away their money, so we put a tip bucket up in the window, which we have a large, like a 8 foot by 4 foot window, um, where people can actually watch me hand tossing the pizzas and see their food being cooked and stuff like that. And I don't know what people think that bucket is, because I always carry a couple dollars seed money to drop in there so they can see it there. I think that they think it's just there for decoration. But I have a little tiny lady that works at that organization across the street that we're trying to do the Secret Santa thing with this year. She always drops a couple dollars in there whenever she walks across the street to get food. $16 a pound. My God, man. That's why we've not been grocery shopping in over a month now. We just haven't had it. So we scrape what we can scrape. When I make a couple extra dollars um, at work, that's what we've been living on. Because, like I said, her entire check is still going in the bank. Um, because like a perfect example, last week she got paid. When her check went in the bank, we were like $200 above in the positive, and then three bills came in, which put us $200 in the negative again. So, and she won't get paid again until not this coming Friday, but no, yeah, this coming Friday she'll get paid. So we'll see where we're at and what comes in this week. You know, like I said, we're postponing Christmas here um, until probably January or February. Christmas dinner, everything. But that's okay. I cooks a tip and the waitresses. You need a jar. People know the tip jar. Yeah, this is a great big huge pitcher that has "Don't forget to tip your cooks" right on the front of it, and yeah, they we had a couple had a family come in Friday morning. Right off the bat, as soon as we unlocked the doors, five large pizzas, and then turned around and ordered another large to take with them. And our next customer walked in about 20 minutes later, and they seen the pizza. They wanted two large pizzas, and I like making people happy. That that means more to me than anything, is making people happy and making them want to come back and see us again. Food City grocery store here. Pick up five meats for $20. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. 12 at Walmart for Angus. I might suggest ending auto pay for those you can. See, we have, Tony. Um, all the bills that we still have on auto pay, um, are the ones that have to be on auto pay. That predisposes people read. That's a good point. That's a good point. Even meat doesn't taste the same these days. No, it really doesn't. It really honestly doesn't. I mean, I've noticed that with just, I remember when my mom used to make us hamburgers. You tasted the meat, you tasted the salt and pepper, you tasted everything on that burger. And nowadays there's so little flavor to it because of everything that they put into it that it just now see I like our burgers at work. They are natural grain fed beef. The company that we get them from is from right here in Michigan, um, and they don't put a bunch of additives and crap in the food. I mean, even our chicken at work tastes better than the chicken we buy in the store. I don't understand it. Pizza twirler. That's me. That's me. That's mostly what I'll probably wind up doing today is tossing pizza dough. Steak is steak. Quality hamburger is good. The notion, the what? The noticeably better than the sleeves of burger. Store chicken, water injected. Well, that would explain why most of the flavor's been washed out then. Pink slime. Now, see, when we do have the money, we get the 10-pound rolls of hamburger. Usually pay $29 and change for a 10-pound roll. But we'll get three or four of them, and we'll sit for an hour and patty out hamburgers and stuff like that. We always like that stuff, but you just can't. I mean, almost $30 for a roll of burger. Um, yeah, just can't always do it. But we love that. It actually tastes like good burger. But the stuff they sell here in town, you know, just the little packages of ground beef, yeah, it don't have any taste to it. But the stuff we get at the meat market when we can, that is a good flavored quality burger. Get my big pay raise January 1st, but it's good since I'll be doing my own health insurance. Nice. I mean, I'm sorry you got to do your own health insurance, but a pay increase is always nice. Hey, fishing, what's the what's the tip on an $8 bill? Um, well, let's see here. 80, 10%. Yeah, like $1.20. Look for bourbon and brown sugar seasoning from McCormick. Now, see, I mix my own seasoning up at the restaurant, and everybody seems to really like it. It's got a brown sugar in it, and everybody really seems to like that mix. I go to the grocery store in the morning when they put all their meat that is going out of date on sale, $100 worth at a time, and save $100 at the same time. Yeah, see, we very seldom um, do the manager special thing here at Harding's in town, but when they do it, I'm usually at work, so it kind of eliminates getting any deals. Some good seasoning. I love it. A buck or two, $1.75. Had to get insurance through healthcare.gov because insurance through the company's $1,200 a month. Jeez, criminy. We got a 9-pound pork butt Saturday for $23. Wow. True that. McCormick stuff is fantastic. McCormick is the best. Our last trip to Walmart, we bought pork roast for $3.75 a pound. Not bad, not bad at all. Good morning, Chad. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well this morning. It wasn't the best roast I ever had. Yeah, I try to stay away from the pork thing as much as I possibly can. I mean, unless I'm fixing it and I can trim all the fat and everything off of it. Um, but a beef roast, oh my God, dude. I haven't I haven't had a beef roast in probably probably a year. And but that's one of my favorite things to do, like on a Sunday or something, is make a beef roast, potatoes, carrots, and onions. Put it in the oven, just let it cook. But yeah, it worked good as pulled pork. Always cool. Pork butt here, darn a pound, but you have to buy twin packs, like 35 pounds of it at a time. Brisket is hella expensive these days. Tell me about it, man. I remember buying a brisket when I lived in Texas, right before, Y2K. We were buying briskets down there that big. The same with sirloin tip roasts. And they were very, very affordable. I come back up here to the Midwest and it's like, holy crap. It's 3 times more expensive here than it is down there. Pork is better for you than beef. It'd be something to consider smoking. Yeah. Yes, if you have the space and time for it. Bacon. Yeah, see, that's something I really miss is my big 15-pound boxes of bacon that we used to get at the meat market for 40, 45 bucks. Um, I miss those. I miss those big boxes of bacon, man. Soup Kitchen is free 3 days a week. Now, when you don't have one around, it's not. It's going to cost you $10 in gas to get there. Yeah, sirloin tips used to be uh, a cheaper meat. Yeah, we spent 145 bucks on meat Saturday just to last a week for two. Do have a meat grinder. I could make the pork butt into sausage. True. Very true. Yeah, see, Tony, that's how I am with like an actual sirloin tip. Is I saute my onions and mushrooms, and I don't know if you guys remember, there used to be a chain of steakhouses out there called Ponderosa, and I think I was probably 12 the first time that I ever had a sirloin tip at Ponderosa, and it was smothered in sautéed onions and mushrooms. It's been one of my favorites ever since. But who the hell can afford to go out and eat these days? And we can't afford to stay home and eat these days, let alone go out and eat. But I like your idea there, dog, with the pork butt. Just grinding it up, making your own sausage. As long as you got a sausage stuffer, that's what I'd be doing. Uh, I'd be sitting there stuffing sausage all day long. Same as I'd do if I was actually hunting. To me, there is no better snack at night than, some butter rich crackers with a piece of venison and pepper jack cheese sausage on top of it. Sirloin itself is iffy. The portion nearest to the liver can get liver tasting. Ponderosa Steakhouse was the first job I had in high school and between semesters in college. Good memories. Salad bar with every meal. Oh yeah, definitely so. Yeah, those were the good old days. That's where I found sirloin tips. Yep, and they always cooked them just right. Well, shoot, we're down to about 10 minutes, guys and gals, and I gotta start getting myself hustled around for work. But at least I'll look nice when I'm cooking for folks today. I have only met two people besides myself who can really cook a steak. You need to come up this way sometime, Tony, when Jan and Jay are here visiting. Because of all the people I ever met in my life that can cook a steak and cook it right, Jay is probably the best I've ever ran across. He's cooked steaks for us twice here and never, ever disappointed anyone. Never disappointed anyone. Either sirloin tip or ground beef patty was the cheapest meal. Great game Saturday. Very good game Saturday. One was a chef, a pound of roast for the other. Taught me my mother. We always got the cheaper one just to fill up on the salad bar. And soups and stuff too. Yeah, most definitely. Definitely so. Fill my car with gas and go to the hair appointment this afternoon. Think I'll cook chili. I don't blame you. Just it's the right time of the year for a big old pot of chili. Good on the grill, and even better with the smoker. Yep, we get our heads above water. I think next year I'm going to buy a big chunk of bacon and I'm going to take it over to Mike and have him smoke a bacon for me. He does a real good job with his. I don't remember if you guys had his potato salad while he was here, but he always chops bacon real fine and puts it in his potato salad, and it just completely changes the flavor of that potato salad. I thought my mom made good potato salad. My mom ain't got nothing on my buddy Mike. He can make a potato salad. You could just sit and eat nothing but potato salad for a whole meal. Not many can cook steak well done and have it cut with a fork and flow juices. Yeah, definitely so. Chili is not chili without beans. I agree. I agree. I have to have beans in my chili. Yeah, yeah. Unless it's for chili dogs, then yeah, I can go without I can go without the beans for chili dogs. But yeah, if it's chili, it has to have beans. I don't think we did. Just had the pizza. Well, and see now that I've by the time you guys come back again, I will have been there for a while. So I'll make sure that the next time y'all come up and we go up there, I go back and cook the pizza. Speaking of beans, just ordered 48 pounds. There you go. That's how you do it. 48 pounds of beans. And Tony's poor wife is going to need that gas mask next, y'all. While Tony sits in his living room in his chair, eating his beans, reenacting that scene out of Blazing Saddles when all the cowboys are sitting around the fire. We're having chili today. For dinner yesterday, we had eggs, bacon, maple sausage links, fried taters, sausage gravy. That sounds good. There ain't nothing wrong with breakfast for dinner. I don't get affected like that. Neither do I. But it's still fun to, poke the bear. I have like 500 pounds of northern beans, 200 pounds of pinto beans, 50 pounds of dark and light kidney beans. I got to look into ordering beans. I'd have we still have a big old ham bone in the freezer with a bunch of meat on it to make ham and beans. I just haven't been able to go anywhere to get the beans or the cornbread. And as for dark and light kidney beans, oh yeah, even if you're not putting it in chili, put the right other veggies and stuff with it. Definitely good. I bought 24 pounds of northern, 24 pounds of split peas. Oh, I've not had split pea soup in a long time. 20 pounds of 15 bean soup mix. Cost me like $1.30 a bag. I guess buying in bulk when it comes to dry stuff like that is the way to go. Split pea soup is good stuff. Haven't had it in a long time. We eat like kings and queens in the USA. Oh yeah, I know. Hell, if you sit and think about it, the average household in America throws away more leftovers than a lot of people in the world see in a year. But we eat it until it's, you know, been in the fridge for 3 or 4 days, and we throw it out. You know, think about the food that Americans throw out in a year. And there's a lot of people in the world that don't see that much food in a year. The spice packets were well selected. Yellow split is a Canadian thing. I have cases of each of them. Oh, nice. I made mountain cornbread for Thanksgiving. If you're Southern, you make cornbread. Definitely cornbread. I just ate the last bit of cornbread for breakfast. Yeah, see, I like cornbread with chili. I like cornbread with chili too. My missus don't care for yellow split peas. gonna eat that cornbread. Only food we throw away is when it starts growing things. Cornbread and milk is the best. You know, and I've heard people say that, but I have never been able to develop a taste for that. I don't know if it's a texture thing or what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that it's milk. And we've already discussed lactose intolerancy this morning more than enough. Heavy snow's coming here soon. Yeah, we got some yesterday and last night, and it's snowing here again now, so it's probably all coming at you, Stephen. It's going to come and get you. Some of the chili. I also have one in the freezer. Buttermilk. Use buttermilk for cooking. Or we just make our own buttermilk. My boss's dad did the cornbread milk thing. In a case for it either. I buy salad mix every week so I can throw it out in 2 weeks when I find it in the back of the refrigerator. See, that's why we wind up throwing things out, is it just gets pushed back in the back and then you lose track of it for, however long. And that's why we normally throw it out. Because, it's getting to the point where every time you open the fridge door, it reaches up and takes the lid off itself and peeks out, then pulls the lid back down. Not only is it growing things, but it's turning into its own life form. You know what I mean? Sour cream cheese is only get used a few days and sits in the fridge. It's pushed back to the back. Yeah. Make my cornbread buttermilk. Try it with condensed milk. It goes to the back of the fridge. Bottom 2 shelves. Yeah, tell me about it. But all right, guys, it's that time. I need to get myself ready for work. I got to walk out the door here just a little bit. Yay. But you guys all take care. Have yourself a great day. As far as the scheduling right now, I plan on being back on Friday morning. Unless, I get called in early again. Earlier than normal, because it's Friday. But it's time for me to get ready to flip dough. So you guys all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. I do. We'll catch you here in a few days. Have a good day. Stay warm, y'all.